these provisions, law enforcement is now tasked with doing all this with not much guidance at all.
All right, so it says police can detain suspects for verifying citizen status. So if you pull someone over...
When there's a reasonable suspicion that they're in the country unlawfully.
But then they have to figure out and be trained as to what they do with that person if they determine that to be so.
Exactly. I mean, what do you do with them? I guess the answer is you detain them and wait for United States Immigration to take custody of them.
And it's not something that sheriffs and police officers are saying cannot be done. They just don't have the means to do it right now, right?
Well, there's been no training on it, but more importantly, I think law enforcement resources in this state are spread incredibly thin, and this imposes lots of new duties on them
Jail's
without
already
funding.
Packed. Yeah,
right.
Jail's already packed. Okay, employers must use E-Verify to check citizen status of employees.
That's really something that's in effect in other places in the country. They've just got to now verify the status of people that they hire.
So that's no really different than what we already have,
right?
Whether it's being enforced or not. All right, crime for illegal immigrant to apply for license and plates.
That's brand new, which is this cuts off all contact between an illegal immigrant and the state by making it a crime to essentially have contact. If you ask for a driver's license, a business license, license plates, those kinds of things.
I know you've been asked this question, and it's the most simplistic, perhaps, that everybody has thought about. If I have hired someone to do landscaping work for me, was I in jeopardy of doing something illegal?
You know, I understand that there's a exception for that kind of hire, maids and gardeners and that kind of a thing. So the answer to that is no, you're probably not. But if you're a businessman, then you are.
So you understand people, there were so many questions about this. People didn't really know what it meant, right?
And there still are. And will be.
All right. So from this point forward, is it really something that we would just watch daily and see how it's implemented?
There may be some immediate appeals to the 11th Circuit by the United States and by the individual plaintiffs saying you've got to enjoin particularly the stop and ask law. So that could happen very soon. And then there's an immediate appeal from this preliminary injunction. So the preliminary injunction appeal will go forward while the cases continue to move towards a resolution on the merits.
Could it all be put on hold again at one point?
It all could be put on hold. The 11th Circuit tomorrow could say, we disagree with Judge Blackburn, we're going to enjoin the following provisions.
So it's really day to day?
It's day to day.
All right, Judge Carroll, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. All right, still ahead, we're going to be talking about weekend plans. We're going to show you some family-friendly